what's up guys? This is Adam with the Chain Lift. We are at Adventureland in Altoona, Iowa. And I'm going to give you a tour today of the park so that if you've never been here, hopefully this video will give you an idea of what to expect, what rides they have, how to get around the park, and I'll try to give you some tips, maybe some hints of what to avoid and what to ride. So this here is the main Midway, and I was told that the main Midway, when they built it, it was influenced by Disney World or the Disneyland entrance, which you can see with the train station at the front of the park, carousel right there in the entrance. This is the main Midway here. You have your gift shops, ice cream, arcade. It's pretty charming. This park, I would say, is a lower tier park, along the lines of Holiday World, Waldameer, Indiana Beach. Kind of that level of theming. Got your cotton candy, of course, fudge. Arcade. So we're gonna go to the right here and follow the path that way. And this will take us over to the area of the park where you'll find Tornado, the Monster. They have a drop tower ride called Space Shot. Also, the Storm Chaser's over this way as well. Hopefully you can hear me over that music. They have a live band today, rocking out clearly. They have an area that you can rent for parties, company picnics. That's Space Shot. Take a look. Way up there. Frog hopper for the kids. Over here to the left, they have a circus tent set up for a circus. I have not watched the show, but it is $3 if you're at the park and interested in checking that out. I believe they have all the typical circus act type of stuff, like trapeze artists. I don't know if they have animals or not, but Iowa beer and wine. They have a lot of beer options here. Circus. Monster in the background there. There's the Storm Chaser. It's a clone of the Windseeker model. This is a shorter version of that. Monster is excellent. Best coaster at the park easily. So that's definitely one that you want to ride when you come to the park. They have this big pig. Over here's the entrance to Tornado, which is their wooden coaster at the park. It's a bit rough. It beats you up a little bit. But it's worth the credit. If you go down this path here, that will take you down to Monster. We'll go this way. You have all your arcade games here. Win some prizes. They have the chairlift there, which is really cool to ride because it goes right through Monster. So you get some really unique views. And over here is the entrance to Monster. Great coaster. So new in 2021 is Dragon Slayer. As you can see here, it's a 4D free spin by S&S. It's kind of to replace the Dragon ride, which is removed, but you can still see parts of it here at the park. So there you can see the double loops.
Yeah, there's the Dragon, there's the loop.
Yeah, so obviously these are cloned at many Six Flags parks. This one's a little bit different because it is a shorter version. But one thing I do like about this ride is they offer a more wild ride to the left and a milder ride on the right. And I prefer the milder ride because the spinning can be a little bit too much for me. So if you want to try it but you don't want as much spinning, you can ride on the right side of the coaster train, and it's a bit more comfortable. They have tons of beer options here, so if you are a beer drinker, this is a great park for you. You get a really good view of Dragon Slayer from this vantage point too, which I like. They have a pretty decent amount of flat rides here. A lot of the flat rides are the ones you'd find at like a fair or a carnival that that comes to your town. So nothing like mind-blowing, but solid lineup.
Hey guys, it's Nick from Airtime Misfits. I'm going to take you back to the back of Adventureland here in Altoona, Iowa. We're walking over a bridge. And as you can see in the background there, that is some of the remnants of Dragon. As Adam was saying, Dragon Slayer took its place, but they did leave some of it behind, at least for now, which I think is pretty cool. You know, I like that defunct cameo, so pretty neat. And we believe that is Dragon's entrance, and it is quite the ugly building. But we are in what's called Dragon Island, I believe, the Dragon's Island part of the park. And we're about to enter the Outlaw Gulch, which is where the other wooden coaster Outlaw is. So as you can see off to the right here, there's some more of those bunny hills, which I'm assuming was what got you out of the station here on Dragon. And it would take you around, and through the trees there is that chain lift. So there's a lot of remnants here of Dragon still, so I'm not sure if that's going to stay, or if that's just for a little bit. So there's a really cool body of water. I don't know if you call that a pond or a lake or what have you, but there's a lot of that going on here at Adventureland. So there's a little kiddie flat ride, and then around the bend here is a very popular flat ride, Sidewinder, which I believe is an old Hoos Frisbee model. It's quite a bit smaller than your Max Airs and your other types of Revolution type rides, but it is popular. As you can see, there's quite a line today, and they actually have Sidewinder merchandise at their stores, which is just interesting. You don't really see flat ride merch very often. But we are entering Outlaw Gulch. And off there you can see Sidewinder, another kiddie ride. And then you go around the bend here, and there's some more here in the back, and it's almost like a little frontier town back here. So straight ahead you have a ride that I can't remember the name of it, but it's the same model as Penguin's Blizzard River at Six Flags New England in America, I believe. So that's out there. There's some shops here. And then around the corner here, it's kind of like a little cul-de-sac. You got Outlaw, which is the park's GCI, built in 1993. So this thing is a lot older than a lot of GCIs. And then on the other side, there's the entrance to the water park. If you want to go, I believe it's called Adventure Bay. And then you got Wild Bill's, home of the $50 six-pack of beer. And that concludes this section of Outlaw Gulch.
Alright, so we are just left Dragon Island, where Outlaw was at, and that flat ride. And we're going to continue on to the park this way. And if you continue on this way, it will take you to the Phoenix, which is their spinning Wild Mouse coaster. They also have a Rapids ride here, which happens to be closed today, which is back there. And this park does have some pretty good views of this little kind of river pond that goes around the park. Got barbecue over here. You have some options for food over here, like tacos, pizza, subs, beer again. Here's another flat ride called Lady Luck. We'll get a look at that in a second here. So that's Lady Luck, and you can see in the background there Monster and the Storm Chaser. One of the cool things about Monster is you get lots of good angles of the coaster from all over the park. It's really impressive to see in person. So that train ride, you can see it in the background there. It's coming around. That's where you'd get on at the front gate, and then it brings you all the way out here, loops around, and heads back to the front entrance. They do have park maps throughout the park, so you can figure out where you're at and where you're going. So this here in the background, that is the Phoenix, which is a clone of Laugh Track at Hershey or Spider at Lagoon. It's a good, really fun ride. It doesn't spin as much as Spider, which I like. The less spinning is better in my opinion, so it's a good version of that coaster. And that coaster is pretty new to the park. I think it was added in 2018 or 2019. Balloon race over here. More beer options. I believe these are beers from countries in Asia. So that's pretty cool. Nice change of pace. Another flat ride here. Falling Star. Just fun. That's also another flat ride that you can typically find at most fairs. Got parachute ride over here. Classic ride, always fun to do. Teacups. They have a beer garden here. So again, if you like beer, this is the place to go. Lots of options of beer. In the background there, that's kind of where we started. You can see the drop tower space shot right there. So if you were to go down that path, that would take you to the middle of the park, and you could go right to exit the park, or you could go left, which would take you back towards Monster and Tornado. But we'll finish the tour out this way. They have a stage set up here for live entertainment. So yeah, there's the beer garden. They also sell corn dogs over here. The prices for their food is pretty reasonable. You can get a corn dog for $4.50. Drinks are $3.25. So yeah, pretty reasonable when comparing it to other parks. That's the park Ferris wheel. Over here is their pirate ship ride, which I thought was pretty funny because it's a pirate standing with his legs spread open. Gotta appreciate the humor in that. Here's the entrance to the Sky Ride that will take you to the other side of the park near the entrance to Monster. So at the start of this tour, we walked past the arcade. In the beginning, this is the back side of the arcade. So we're on the back side of that main Midway. So when we pop out around this corner here to the left, we're going to be back at the entrance. Yeah, so here we are. It's not a huge park, but it's a good size. Decent coaster collection. Monster's the best. Decent flat ride selection. Decent rides for the kids. It's worth checking out if you're ever in Iowa. So with the park and the water park combined, it's a full day park. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope that tour helped you out if you ever plan on coming to the park. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at The Chain Lift. Thanks for watching, guys.
Is this heaven?
It's Iowa.
Iowa?